Hi everyone, welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. We're here with Mark Jarbo from Success Mortgage, and we have Junior Binno, my better half. Hey Mark.
You call him your better half?
Yeah. Thanks for joining us today, Mark. We're going to cover a variety of different things. We'll let you start off by introducing yourself.
Well, my name is Mark Jarbo. A lot of people know me. I've been in the mortgage industry 10 years. And I've built a pretty good, decent presence in the mortgage industry. Mm-hmm. But I like to, talk about my family and my kids and my wife a little bit.
Sure.
I've been married 15 years.
Beautiful.
Matthew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's 13 years old.
Jeez.
He's growing up to be a politician.
Nice.
It's unbelievable.
Nice.
He's on that Trump train really big time. My daughter's 11, Melina. She's a social butterfly. She's everywhere.
Beautiful.
She loves it. Luma, she's amazing. 15 years married. It's really a great thing to have a really good structured family.
Yeah.
So I love that.
And you guys had a nice little gathering for Super Bowl.
Yeah, we were at Merv's house.
Yeah.
We had a good time. Bruce entertained.
Yeah.
Bruce entertains.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sometimes he entertains.
Right.
He's the best.
Yeah, thank you.
He's the best, man.
Bruce. So you had kids and stuff and started off with your family. So at that point in time when you weren't doing mortgages at that time?
No, actually in 2005 I got married. Mm-hmm. And actually we used to live in San Diego.
Okay, nice.
So in 2000 we came back to Michigan.
Sure.
Because we used to live here.
Yep.
Dad, took us back and forth a couple of times, which is, pretty cool to see the difference growing up in, different cultures and different states and whatnot. But in 2000 we bought a business. Up until 2007, we had a pretty good business going. We had 3 stores and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then stuff happened. Sure. And we all kind of parted ways,
The brothers you're talking about?
Yeah,
okay.
Me and my brothers. So Marvin and Mario.
Of course.
They're my brothers. Marvin owns that Eastern Market of Canton.
Yep.
Then Mario has that store in Canton. Also, It's Oakview Party Store.
Yep.
Mervette does the Chloe's Treasures.
Yep.
So my mom, works with her once in a while. She has, helps her out and whatnot. So.
I forgot Michelle, Gazina.
Oh, Michelle, man. I'm never going to forget Michelle. Have you seen her son? Oh, my God. He's amazing, man.
Every time I scroll, I'm scrolling. I'm like, man, what's this beautiful baby? And then I look back, it's him again.
I'm the oldest. He's the youngest of the family.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty cool. He's amazing, man.
Michelle's your sister too?
Yeah, Michelle's my sister.
The youngest.
She's married
also? Yep. Scott Dello, great guy, man.
Oh, that's your sister?
Yeah.
We follow each other on social media.
He's a great dude.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
Michelle
she's
Dello.
amazing.
Yeah. No way.
Yep.
What a small world.
Yeah.
It is.
Then I get to see you guys firing off often. I see your brothers they're hard. They're aggressive, which is good into marketing themselves. Which is
good.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys were doing prior?
Well, when we were in the stores, it wasn't like today. The social media outlets are now it's blown up. It's huge right now. So that's where I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to build a massive social media presence.
Yeah.
But back in 2010, we got out of the store business. And I was in a situation where I had to find an out, right? Mm-hmm. I did go to college. I didn't graduate with a degree or anything like that. I was, 2 years community college, and then, I was in San Diego.
Sure.
But I had, pretty good education,
Sure.
But I got into mortgages. Mm-hmm. Actually, first I got into real estate.
Okay.
So in end of 2010, I got into real estate. And real estate is touchy because if you're not financially stable,
right,
you're not able to keep up with it.
Yeah, because
you can't make it your full-time job in the beginning. You have to have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
So I got into mortgages with a group of guys.
Thank goodness for that, right?
It was great. I learned it. I was about 3 years. I was really, really good at it. Mm-hmm. Upfront sales.
Yeah.
So I needed the back end touch. Mm-hmm. I needed to learn the processing angle, what what it's going to take to actually physically do a mortgage all the way around.
Sure.
So I went to Wells Fargo. I actually did some research online and found that, nothing against Wells Fargo, but the processing that they had was not as strong. You would have to do more work on your side as a loan officer, and then they would help you with processing, but you would have to do a lot more work.
Is this because it's outdated or just because they...
No, that's just that's how they ran their business.
Okay.
It was something that's how they ran their business,
It's their business
Process,
model.
Their process, their format and how it was.
Yep.
It wasn't a bad company. I was there for almost 2.5 years.
Okay.
And after that, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew where my end goal was.
Mm-hmm.
My end goal was to eventually, build what I'm building today.
Sure.
So I took all that education from the beginning, and then going to Wells, I took that education, and I was supposed to go into business with another group of guys. It didn't pan out.
Okay.
So my cousin, Jason Camano, I don't know if you heard of Jason Camano. He's
Sure.
a really great guy.
Yep.
So I was going to do my taxes with him, and it was a rough patch for me because I was in that transition phase of trying to find where I wanted to go, where I wanted to be.
Sure. Let's take a step back
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
go
second.
ahead, sure.
I want to, and is this all happening when you're here in Michigan?
Yeah,
or was
all
it
in Michigan. So when we came in 2000 from Cali,
Yep.
it was, we bought a store and we
Sure.
built 3 stores, and then stuff hit the fan.
Sure.
You
That's
know?
why I want to take a step back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
that, just so we know how it led to that point quickly. Is it's a little different not having as many Chaldeans on the West Coast to be able to have that
Yeah.
support to know, or the push that we get here. We're at an advantage here, right? 'Cause
Right.
we're so heavily populated.
Huge.
What's what are you driven by when you don't see? We're driven. I see him. He puts forth in me some efforts to be this way and that way because, So I'm saying, what kind of push were you guys getting out there?
For me, I have a lot of self-motivation.
Okay.
So when I got out of the store business, it was a very bad time. I mean, to the point where, I was ground zero.
Okay.
But I have a model. I always say, I never give up, never give in.
Sure.
If you want to hashtag that, you could. Never give up, never give in. That's my thing. And I never gave in to, I'm down on my luck. I did get sick for a while.
Sure.
I got really, really sick. I ended up in the hospital for a long time. But I got out of that. I overcame all that stuff.
Yep.
Even though it was overwhelming, to have 2 kids, a wife, and your situation, you're losing your house.
Yep.
It was a bad time.
Sure.
But you have to, and I tell people, look, always take the positive out of anything.
Right.
So if I did lose one thing, I knew I was going to grasp onto something else. I didn't know what it was at the time. But when I got into real estate, I told Mario, I was like, Mario, we got to do something, because here's our situation.
Yeah.
So him and I both got our real estate licenses at the same time almost.
Yeah.
He stayed in the stores. I went the other route.
Okay.
So when I got in, it was, it was difficult. You don't know what. I've never been in this type of business,
Sure.
not knowing. Everything's unpredictable, right?
Yeah.
But it's like you got to overcome that. And then
You got
that's
to take your lumps. You got to get your feet wet. You got to figure out what path to take. You got to figure out what you want to do, how to do it, when to do it.
Yep.
You can't just decide you want to be a doctor and just go be a doctor.
Go be a doctor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got
Exactly.
you got to live it, and that's what you did.
To his point, which is why I was getting to that. You're right on that. The difference, though, and what I was asking was when it happened and he had his early stages of a downfall. Over there, it's not as easy like our support. If I go down on my knees, I know I can call you as a friend
Right.
and family to say, hey, we have that much more of a support system.
I don't know, because I came to Michigan when I was 25 years old. I grew up
Sure.
in San Diego. It's a different world.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally different dynamic for sure.
With all due respect to everybody in Cali or whatnot,
Of course.
it's more leisure, man. It's over here. We're in Michigan, Chaldeans.
Yeah.
We're hustlers, man. We really hustle, and we really make something from nothing.
Sure.
Because I did make something from nothing. If you think about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So
How? That's what
So,
we want them to know. How did
something
you do
from
that?
nothing, right? So I didn't know anything about real estate and mortgages, but I jumped in and created something for myself.
Sure.
Because I felt that if I don't grasp onto something, what am I going to do? Go jump around from liquor store to liquor store and not have a career in my life? No.
Yeah.
My career at the time was when I was in the store business, in the market. I was actually catering. I was a chef for 15 years.
Yeah.
At Maria's
Yeah, I remember
in
that.
Westlands.
Definitely remember that.
So, I mean, I did that. It was a career for the time it was, and I had to change. But what was I going to do?
Right.
I wasn't going to jump from one place to another. I wanted to stay in one thing and build that.
Sure.
And that's why I took that route.
Okay. So now you jump into, you started the real estate, saw that end of it.
Yep.
You made a valid point with real estate. It's not your primary A money,
Right.
right?
Right.
It becomes your B money until you
Right.
make it your A money.
Right.
So how are you toggling? Where was your support while you were going through this? How are you financially holding your head above water?
I mean, so what I did at the time is I got a second job at night.
Okay.
So I would do that, and then I would work at nighttime
Sure.
from 5 till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then get back up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning
So do what
and
you got to
do it
do.
all over again.
You look at
You
your
know,
wife
so
and your kids, and you do whatever the hell
I
it
have
takes.
to,
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't go into, we were talking about it earlier, you and I didn't fall into the lap of drugs or alcohol or, oh my God, my life is over with, what am I going to do with my life? And, sit on the couch and get welfare and think I'm living my life. That's not life to me.
No.
I feel as though if you're living life, you got to live it, right?
Correct.
Or you're dead. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
two angles on it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
Most of the people in the world believe you only get one life.
Right.
So
And I
so
believe
you
in
gotta
that.
take
I
advantage of it.
truly believe in that.
Yep.
So I took the angle of I got to keep going, and I got to make something of it, and I wanted to build something really nice.
Okay.
I had an opportunity to build, while I was in the whole mortgage thing, but sometimes people don't want you to grow, so you got to overcome that. So you got to jump and say, you know what, this person doesn't want me to grow. I want to grow. I want to go places.
Sure.
If this person doesn't want to go with me, fine. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It is what it is.
Well,
But-
sometimes they get comfortable. When somebody gets comfortable and
Yeah,
complacent,
truth.
content, then
Truth.
maybe,
100%.
but that's them.
That's them.
That's for them. Maybe they're
Right.
they're as happy as a pig in shit being where they're at. You know what I'm saying?
And good for them.
And God bless them. Yeah.
God
yeah,
bless them. You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So
Absolutely.
I wanted more.
But that wasn't for you.
You
No.
thought of you first at this moment.
Right.
And just from a different angle, you two have your means of every day waking up and why you got to do what you have to do.
Sure.
Somebody like me is a perfect example of what Anthony says. I don't have those extra worries, so when the woes come, it doesn't hit as hard because I don't have mouths to feed.
Right.
So I can get a little complacent and relaxed as a single individual. It's not a good thing though.
Yeah, but for you've got your brothers that you're always looking out for and always helping out,
Yeah.
and but it goes
We
both
all
ways.
have a
obviously,
different
with
Y
them.
factor.
Yes, yeah, that's what I want to say.
You
Your
know,
Y factor is what
it's-
got you to do what you had to do.
Exactly. I jumped in and I wasn't scared.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, working in the stores, working in the back, in the kitchen all day long.
Yeah.
How many times did I turn a computer on?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't like...
Yeah, your hands were too dirty for that.
No, my hands were, oh, when's the next order going out?
Yeah.
When's the, it's just,
Sure.
it's ongoing. It never stops. The restaurant, we were talking about it with one of you guys, the girl that was doing those platters or whatever. She does.
Jessica.
Jessica.
Yeah.
She does all those platters and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I remember those days.
Yeah.
The hardest part was prepping.
Yeah.
So I took a lot of what I've learned in my, and I had a lot of years where, I didn't just grow up conventional,
Right.
I grew up in San Diego. It was a different culture. I learned from that. I grew up in Michigan in Oak Park back in the
Yeah.
day when we were kids.
Yeah.
I learned from that.
Yeah.
And you get smarts from all that.
Sure.
A
Yeah.
lot of people go to school and have all their book smarts, right?
Right.
I got a lot of my books, or a lot of my smarts, a little bit from the books, a little bit from the streets,
Yeah.
here and there. So
from experience.
Experience, basically.
And so you were a chef, right?
yeah.
And so Junior has this rib cook-off that, and I don't know where you stand on with ribs or whatever, but this could be
I'm down.
this could be a way to get yourself out there even more.
Yes.
I'm down.
Yes, it's coming.
Yeah, you get to the-
Carlo K's on board to help out.
Yeah.
I said if you take it on, but Hopefully we can
I'm
get you
down.
on.
Let me know, man. I'm in.
I don't know if any of you saw the Tenderloin I just had posted.
Yeah, I did. I saw it.
Yes.
No, but that's, basically, that part of it, it was what it was. And, moving forward into today,
Yes.
we're on another level.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure. It's
So
beautiful.
what got you into, you started the mortgages.
Yep.
You had told us that you had tried other companies before when you first started.
Yes.
And, whether you want to mention them or not.
No.
They weren't more of your protocol of what
No.
you like to see.
Right.
So that got you.
I'm a businessman.
Okay.
I'm really about business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about growth. I'm about goals. I'm about structure.
And I think what you're leaving off is about relationships. Like I know
Yes.
that you're a
Huge.
people person.
Yeah. I
and
love
you're-
people.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
You got good values to the core. So that's probably why you're finding so much success.
Yes.
Yep.
I find the good in everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
I tell everyone I ever talk to, if they listen to me or not, whatever. If you take a black cup, I'm going to find that white dot.
Yeah.
I'm going to find the white dot on that black cup because I really try to pull any positive from anything.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, what do we all have? I mean, that's nothing, man.
No.
It's just try and find the positive of life
Yeah,
and enjoy
no
it,
question.
whatever it is. I mean, we all have stuff in our lives every single day.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yep.
But if I wake up every single day and have a chip on my shoulder, I'm
No
not
good.
living, man.
No
Yeah.
good.
I don't want to live like that.
Live free.
Yep.
So, going back, I went to Jason's office and I was in that transition phase. I was looking like total shit, bro.
Yep.
So he's like, man, what's wrong with you? I was like, bro, I got to find a really good company.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, hey, there's this guy, Ramsey Farage.
Mhm.
Why don't you go talk to him? I'm like, listen, man, I'm going to go talk to him.
Mhm.
I called Ramsey. I was like, trying to get a hold of him. He didn't answer his phone. I was like, man, this guy didn't answer his phone. I can't believe him,
Yeah, the worst luck ever.
Worst luck ever, right? So I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to call him. Like 3 days pass, and one of my friends, Chris Kasmiki, he's a great guy. He's actually with Terry.
Yeah.
I'll shout out Terry. Terry Kashat's a good friend of mine.
yeah.
I really like him.
Good
T
people.
Cash.
He is down to the core, great values. I
Yeah,
love the guy to
good
death.
guy, yeah.
And, he's a great friend of mine. I worked with him in the past, and I have a lot of respect for him.
Yes.
I like him a lot.
We have his football from
Yep.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Connect
I
Mortgage.
think
is a
he
good
was
guy.
on. He was on the Kansas City Chiefs sidelines. He's honorary kicker. He's the backup kicker.
Yeah.
He's a backup kicker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Only Terry would do it, I swear.
Yep.
But I was like, look, Chris called me. He knew because I put feelers out. And Chris called me. He's like, listen, man, I just came from this guy's office in Southfield. And I remembered, something like when Jason said, hey, I think he's in Southfield.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, did you come from Ramsey Farage's office? He's like, yeah, that's the guy. I'm like, what an omen.
Yeah.
Well, how ironic. Like,
Yeah.
3 days ago, I was trying to call this guy, right? So he's like, he's waiting for you, man. He's like, this is your thing. He's trying to grow something really good.
He's
like,
waiting.
he's, this is your thing. I called him up, and we set up a meeting. And I went and talked to him, and we saw eye to eye. Great guy.
Yep.
Very smart, very detailed, very structured dude.
What did you say his name was?
Ramsey Farage. I think you guys had his sister, Shadhan.
Yeah, he had the billing
The
way.
billing.
How did I
Yeah.
think of
Better billing.
Because I know the other brother.
Yeah, Steven.
Okay, yes.
Good
Stevens, I
people.
know. I just met Ramsey at Ron's house.
Yeah.
It's Ron Catu's brother-in-law.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
gotcha.
I met him over there. I didn't know that's. Oh, you know what? He did say something about mortgages.
Yeah.
But I just didn't get deep into it. Shada was coming out the gun. She's like, I'm first. I was like, let's get you on, girl. We got you. So, wow, small
So
world.
Ramsey now my partner.
Oh, nice.
And him and I are like Cheech and Chong. I
Okay.
mean, basically we complement
You
each
guys
other.
get high all day?
You guys
Yeah.
no.
I always say, like, you guys ever saw that one movie, Hobbs and Shaw, The Rock and Jason
Yeah.
Statham?
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yep.
I tell him, I sent him a picture one day. I was like, this is us.
Which one are you?
The Rock for sure.
I
bullied my way
the same
through
hair.
everything.
You got the same hair, dude.
I bully my way through everything, and he's just more detailed, like
Right,
Jason
right.
Statham in that movie.
Nice.
So he's just more accurate. I'm just more like, let's just do it,
Yeah,
you know.
sure.
What year?
Sounds like a good.
It's a great combo.
Yeah.
It's a great combo.
And what year are we in now? Like what year that you got into Success Mortgage?
So 2017, I got into Success Mortgage. We went and sat down with the owners of Success. The owners are Kevin Broughton, Owen Lee, and Vince Lee. It's a father-son combination, and they have a really great partner. No, they're actually a direct lender.
No, are they Asian? Are they Asian?
No.
Oh,
they're not. They're not.
Last name Lee, you know?
Yeah. No, they're not.
I know
actually.
this Bruce
Is he on
Lee guy.
Facebook too?
I'm
sure
they do. Yeah, I think they do.
Sounds like a familiar name.
Yeah, Vince Lee. Yeah, he's on. But I went and sat down with Kevin, and I told him what I wanted.
Yeah.
Right. I said, look, it's not about the money always.
Right.
I want to come to a place where I'm loved.
Yeah.
I'm treated with respect.
Yeah.
I want to go to a place where it's humbling to work every day.
Yeah, nice.
I want my deals to close, but I want to be loved. I want to be hugged.
Right.
You got this 6'4" guy.
Yeah.
Stands up. He says, opens his arms this wide.
Give me
a hug.
Give me a hug.
I signed right away.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean,
he doesn't even know you.
He doesn't even know you.
It's a complete stranger that's warming up.
He gave me so much love.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
So you guys are the Cheech and Chong, but hugs, not drugs.
Right. 100%.
There you go.
Hugs, not drugs.
Hugs,
That's
not
guaranteed. So, I signed with them. Basically, Success gives me exclusive rights to any branches I want to open. Right now, I have 3 locations.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
God
So
bless.
my main branch, when I first started with Ramsey, him and I started in Bingham Farms.
Mm-hmm.
He had started it, and then I came in with him.
Yeah.
Sure.
Then we went from there, and I opened office in, Level Plus Realty with Art Puta
The crew.
and Jim Manna and Salim Gasso were partnership.
Okay.
Basically, they have an office in my location in Sterling Heights. I have an office in their location here on Northwestern Highway.
And the advantage of that is just to be all in
One, right? So we have basically under one roof. First Chaldean business started, real estate, mortgage, lawyer, and insurance.
Vertical integration in one building.
It's in one building,
What's the insurance arm?
We have Wesson Gappy,
Yeah.
which is Art Gappy, Athir Gappy's wife.
Yeah.
From Goosehead Insurance. She's great. She's awesome. Shout out to her. She's awesome.
I see her at all the networking events.
Yeah.
She
She
came to.
really
she was at
works
the Keeping Up
hard.
with the Chaldeans
Yeah.
mixer.
Yeah.
She really
she's
works
awesome.
hard.
She's
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
Little comedy because you know the boys.
Yeah.
We got an application submitted from Art.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know Jim on a personal level too, and we
Yeah.
know Salim on a personal level.
Yeah.
They get on. I'm in total confusion at this point in time because I'm swearing I know there's somebody else or
With Level Plus.
It was Level Plus, and I said, "At, is there another guy that submitted for this Level Plus company?" He said, he did like this. He said, "Art,"
Yeah.
and I said, "Yeah, is he coming on?" So halfway through the show, they didn't even know. Salim and Jim did not even know that he reached out to us.
Yeah, he submitted first.
He submitted first, so we already have him scheduled for 2 weeks after
my
that.
God.
So we could.
So they made us cancel him. They're like, what are you going to do his show
Yeah.
for?
Yeah. So on set,
Athir is. I mean, I love Jim. I love Salim.
there's a hustler.
Athir is. I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
In one sense, right?
Yeah.
I'm working 9, 10 o'clock at night. I'm in the office in Sterling Heights.
Yep.
He's coming down from, I don't know, 20 in Hayes or whatever. And he sees the lights on and he sees me there. He'll go grab dinner, bring it back and drop it off.
Wow.
The guy has a heart of gold. I mean, it is just immense.
We got to have him on.
type of
Leave the
guy.
lights on every day.
And I'm
So
telling
bring
you,
up
I
dinner.
swear to God, the guy has a heart of gold.
No shit.
I
God
met
bless
him. I met him 20 plus years ago. We used
Yeah.
to be in the same industry with PageTel back in the days, so we'd do cell phones and stuff together. And that man would be one of the first to walk in through the doors to get what he needed to get it going, to make it happen.
Yeah.
And sometimes one of the last to come back to get more stuff to make
Wow.
things. He was always in and out. So
I'm very blessed to be a part of his life. And
Yeah.
I'm sure, I work very hard too. And I'm sure I'm a blessing in his life.
Sure.
But together we make an ultimate team.
Good for you.
And not that
Is he
I
married-
take
married
away
with children?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay.
And not that I take away from any of all the realtors that I work with. I work with about 70 agents.
Yep.
And these 70 agents are all, amazing
Hardworking.
guys, and they're hardworking people. I can't name every single one of them off because it's just too much, but
Yep.
at the end of the day, I fear we've partnered up in
Mm-hmm.
the east side, and we've really worked hard
Mm-hmm.
to help build that area and notch out
Sure.
everything that we could do to help people there.
Sure.
Nice.
We've put a radio show together.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Facebook Live.
Okay.
Mondays, now we just separated the show. We split it up in Monday and Thursdays.
Sure.
Mondays we go from 5 to 5:30, and then on Thursdays we go from 12 to 12:30.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you talk about
two
on
to-
the show?
Basically, just mortgage related and real estate related stuff. We answer people's questions.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent.
And like I tell people, look, if you have your own loan officer,
Mm-hmm.
you don't got to come to me.
Right.
Here's the one takeaway that I want you guys to know about me. And you said value, right?
Yeah.
And like I just mentioned Terry.
Sure.
And there's many great guys
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
mortgage industry.
Yes.
Great people.
Yes.
I'm not in competition with anybody.
It's big enough.
There is no reason for it to be in competition.
Yeah.
For me, I want to build respect in the community,
Mm-hmm.
respect with other people and colleagues. What if, I'm not trying to build this enemy thing with anybody. That doesn't work in my book.
Sure. There's no point.
There's
Right,
no
you're
reason
not-
for that.
You're not like The Empire Strikes Back. You don't want to be the
No.
only thing in town, right?
There was a
You want-
guy that came into my office, and he said, "Oh," he walked in, and I'm not gonna name any names, but he said, "I'm here to see what the competition's doing." I told the guy, I said, "I'm not competition
Yeah,
for you.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
competition." Like I told him, I said, "If you stay in your own lane, you're in a race, right?
Yeah.
You stay in your own lane. Don't look back.
Yeah.
Once you look back, the guy behind you is gonna
Catch
win."
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at
So
it.
did you give that guy a hug?
Oh, I always respect everybody,
Yeah.
AT.
Yeah,
I'm,
give 'em a hug.
I'm always about respect and
Yeah,
love and whatnot,
absolutely.
So I'm not trying to burn any bridges with anybody.
No.
Yeah.
I don't hold grudges.
Mark, I have a question for you. Before you got to the Success Mortgage and your locations, you've got multiple locations now.
Yeah.
I'd like to know about this because it's good to experience it. Something in a way, if we're not born humble, something usually gets us to humble ourselves in life. You went to a point that when I heard you say, I lost everything. I didn't have much.
Yeah.
How bad did it get before you started turning the wheel again financially? And that experience, what did it do for you?
So, from 2010
Mm-hmm.
until 2012,
Yep.
and I lost, my house. I basically everything, but
Mhm.
I kept on going as much as I could, as hard as I could,
Sure.
until 2015, until I was able to buy a house again.
Okay.
So that was really, really huge humbling experience.
Mhm.
Sure.
I devote a lot of my humbleness to my dad and my mom.
Okay.
They're not these, my mom and dad.
Oh, yeah, best
They're
people.
not like,
Give them a shout out.
yeah, my mom and dad, George and Sohaila, like amazing.
Yep.
They raised us phenomenally.
Mm-hmm.
Put every inch of love and respect into us. My dad was tough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Jarbo.
Yeah.
You know how it works.
100%.
We're
Sure.
He's a very tough man,
Very
but
respected
very respected
by everybody.
by everyone.
Yeah.
And he never crossed anybody wrong. He never did anybody wrong. And those things
Mm-hmm.
resurrected in me and my brothers and my sisters, and now into our children.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's awesome that we can give back what our parents gave us,
Yep.
which is a lot of love and discipline.
Right.
I believe in discipline.
Yep.
I don't believe in, come on, honey, come on, baby.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Right.
Mhm.
These days it's kind of how it is, but tough love is great.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta mix it up.
You gotta mix it up, yeah.
And that's what I want to get to is that when you go through that struggle, you didn't throw the towel in.
No.
You didn't turn to things that would have made you go far
No
off
way.
worse into
Junior,
a darker
no way,
stage.
man.
So
It's
you had a hope,
hope, always.
You-
Never
you
give
gotta
in,
hope in
never
life.
give up, man, never.
and then it gets
We're-
you here.
15 hours a day, do what you gotta do.
Sure.
And then one day you'll rest.
Yeah.
Eventually.
So everybody out there, just don't give up. Use
Never.
this man as an example.
Never.
Yep.
Push forward. There's
The
always a
youth
light
of
at the end
today,
of the
the
tunnel.
young guys of today, the young girls of today,
Yeah.
really always try to dig your fingers into different things and build your lives. You
Yeah.
know, school's great.
Yes.
You know, if there's other experiences that can build you otherwise, do it.
Yeah.
You know?
So let's get back to success.
Yeah,
So who comes to success? Like who do you cater to? Are you catering to who?
Everyone. Anybody that is
What-
looking for residential mortgages.
Okay.
That's all residential. I don't do commercial.
Yep.
You know, realtors, anybody in, you know.
What does that mean, a realtor? Like what would the realtor do to what? Like why would
Realtor would introduce. I don't
Okay.
like to use or phrase that word referral. It's
Yeah.
ugly, kind of, you know.
Okay.
You know, a realtor would introduce us to somebody that needs a mortgage,
Sure.
and then we can help pre-approve that person and get them into that mortgage, and find, you know, they're gonna find their dream home, or we're gonna be able to give them their dream mortgage, basically.
Sure.
We treat everybody, AT Junior. We
Yep.
treat everybody. If you walk into my office in Sterling Heights,
Yep.
you're gonna be like, man, I feel like I'm at home.
Right.
We treat everybody
Yeah.
humbly.
So
man.
so the bigger players in the game that have been around forever, like what business model do you compare to? Like who would you compare to? And I just said Wells Fargo before.
Yeah.
So you're like the Wells Fargo of the mortgage.
We're a little bit smaller. It's more of a boutique.
Right. Yeah. That's where the personal touch comes in,
Yes.
and that's where the caring comes in, and that's
Yes.
where you can do a little more for them on a personal level.
Yes.
So, but it's the same product, right?
Same product, right?
At the end of the day.
But with success, you know, it's, how should I explain it to you? The company really helps us to grow,
Sure.
helps us to close loans. We find the benefits of, you know, per borrower, per person, per file, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
We find the benefits and we use all those benefits to that borrower's advantage.
Sure.
So one of the things is people say, oh, well, what differentiates you
Right.
from anybody else,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
First, my service quality, impeccable. 24 hours a day, I answer my phone.
Yeah.
Realtors will call me 11 o'clock at night, 100% I answer my phone.
Okay.
Borrowers, 10, 11 o'clock, I'll show you texts.
Yeah.
Last night I was with a borrower at 11:30.
Well, because sometimes there's a last minute document, something.
No, I don't even get
in.
documents, Anthony.
Oh, no
I
shit.
don't do none of that stuff anymore.
Wow.
I just talk to the person, get their information, I hand it
Hand
over,
off.
a handoff.
Yep.
To who?
Let my team take it over.
Oh, so yeah, but your team is still part of the.
My team.
So if it's not you taking a text, your team is taking a
Yes.
text. Yeah.
So-
Gotcha.
No. The text, I do all of it still.
Oh, my man.
Text, calling, all that stuff, I'm on top of it.
He just pawns off what has to be given to
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
and then from there they keep
They-
communicating.
Right.
One voice for all.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
the voice for whoever.
Yes.
Got it.
So my team, I have a team of 4 girls right now. We just hired another one
Yep.
because we're in growth mode right now.
Per office? Is that per office you have? Or?
Right, I have my team under one roof right now.
Okay.
So I have one girl actually with Ramsey in West Bloomfield, and I have 2 girls with me, and then we just hired another girl. So growth mode. I'm soon going to be blasting off something huge, and you know I'll put it all over social media. I don't want to
And your radio
blow it
show.
up right now on the radio show.
Yep.
But I'm going to be opening an office just for my operations team, so that my ops team is just there.
Nice.
So basically, I kind of took a little bit of a back seat, and I
Right.
let one girl, her name is Rania Yono.
Yep.
She's married to Hassan Yono, really great people. She's been with me since day one. She's taken my company. I mean, you have to understand success is success, but our offices, you know, my office is my company to another level.
Right.
So I gave her, she's the chief operating manager for the entire company, my offices
Sure.
basically.
Yeah.
Your branches.
She runs everything, and it's just down to the science.
Nice.
She came out with a 10-point system right now where we close loans between 10 and 15 days maximum.
Wow.
She's so structured, it's unbelievable.
And what is standard time if you're doing it within, say, that time?
20, 25 days. For me, 20, 25 days. Worst loan, best loan. It doesn't matter. 20, 25 days.
So you're cutting it down.
Oh, yeah.
By
Oh,
half
yeah.
by half. To,
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So that's good, and that makes the buyer who's getting the loan so much more at ease because number one thing is instant gratification.
We make them
You
feel
want-
amazing. We make sure that we get as much as we can up front from the borrower.
Yep.
We don't bother them through the process. We follow up with them, let them know what's going on. We have a great follow-up system for our realtors. They're always touched. I have a system, Success spent almost $700,000 in technology in 2018, which enhanced our reach. Basically, if I can't get to text a realtor about what's going on in their file, an email goes out to the realtor and follows up with them, basically letting them know what's going on.
Right.
We have apps where people can go online. You want to do your own thing? It's called the Success Express. Actually, it was funny, but I named it for the entire company. In 20 states. I named it. So it was pretty cool, you know?
Successes in 20 states?
Successes in 20 states. I'm in 2.
Yeah,
I'm in Michigan and Florida.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
So you get to travel down to Florida at times to go see what's going on in the offices?
Yeah.
Well, good. Then that's going to lead to my next question to you is, you've built this up, your 3 branches now.
Yep.
Okay. And that was from 17 till now, so 3 years in. It's almost like you grew a branch a year as you came along.
Basically.
So what are you trying to accomplish in the overall scheme of things with success? Like, what is your goal?
My goal is to basically build a legacy.
Okay.
Ramsey and I both have the same view, to build something where, you know, we have a really great team, and we help as many possible people as we possibly could.
Sure.
On a daily basis, on a yearly basis, monthly, but whatever you want to call it, and have a very nice, healthy, structured business. I'm very, business driven, but I'm very tough too. Like, when I need something done, I'm like all over everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes Ramsey's just, gollies, man. Bro, you're like, you know, you're just pushing. And I'm like, yeah, because that's how I kind of get my point across. I'm, like I said, unconventional versus a conventional guy where I'm going to email somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me. Pick up the phone. Ramsey, we got to do this. 8 now. And he's just like, oh my God, man. You're just like pushing it down my throat, you know? But
it's good though.
we compliment each other, and he's like,
sure.
all right, take a step back, man. Just take a breather. Let me overview it, and then I'll give you my synopsis of it.
Of course.
Right.
You know?
What does your day look like?
Yeah.
Like what's
Every
the
day?
typical day of your day?
So I wake up 6:30, 6:45, take the kids to school. I'm at the gym by 8:07, leave the gym by 10, at the office by 10:30, 11 o'clock, and, you know, basically start working with people all day long.
That's the thing, is we're driven to do this and work it, and even
my focus. We were talking.
I was gonna say, even think when we're done, we're not done.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we were talking about it earlier. Like, when is my time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
When is me time? Because remember, I go to work, come home, the kids, Luma, you know, life.
Yeah.
My time is that 13 minutes I told you about in the steam room at Lifetime.
Yes.
It's like no phone, no phone. No, you know,
As
no
long as my dad's
interruptions.
not in there, because he'll talk your ear off, right?
He's the best, Kareem, man. Shout out to Kareem. I love him. The best, man.
Thank you.
God bless him.
Do you see him at Lifetime?
Yeah.
All the time,
and
right?
if I go at nighttime, I'll see him. You know, in the evening time. He'll be there, you know, working out, doing his
You know, they
thing.
got the little Sheikhana area.
Oh, my God. It's
Okay.
unbelievable.
I've never been there.
I didn't. If I knew that was your Baba back then,
Yeah.
it's coming to my head now,
Right,
because
right.
when I did the nighttime, they would start from the cafeteria to working to their areas where they have their little chairs, the lounges. They
Right in front of the sauna.
of course.
Unbelievable,
Of
man. It's
course.
crazy.
It's yeah.
You'd be
funny.
surprised how many, like, guys are out there in the evening time. That's their thing, man,
Yeah.
you know?
Just chilling,
Sitting in
relaxing.
their shorts with their bellies out, you know,
Yeah.
it's hilarious, man. But good for them.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're-
Hopefully we're there one day, right?
Yeah, you know, at peace, you know?
Yeah.
You know, with everything that goes on every day.
So,
Yeah.
a question for you: you've amounted this good amount of success in 3 years under Success Mortgage,
Yeah.
and you're now this far into it. You know, just can you give us a brief rundown? After people view this, you know, if they call you and stuff, what do they expect in the process to run with Mark? You know, like what is from beginning to the end? How does that work?
Basically, you'll call me. I'm going to need a few pieces of documentation to get you pre-approved. And then I send out your pre-approval right away. Within, you know, minutes or an hour, I'll have a pre-approval to that person. If I can't do it, I have Mazen Katula, which he came on with me in September. He's a partner of mine now, too.
Mazen?
Okay.
Yeah, Mazen Katula.
Tanya's husband, Mazen?
No.
Oh, there's a guy
there's another one.
Okay.
Yeah, another one. He's really, really changed the dynamic for me. He's really exploded where he was at, and I'm trying to recruit good guys or good girls that really want to build their life in this business.
Yeah.
I have a great process.
Sure.
They don't have to do much at all. My team, Rania and her team, I have Rebecca Sessi that works with me, and then Katie Veliz, and now we have a girl named Stephanie Boker that just came on. They're going to be explosive.
Sure.
These girls are just going to take it to another level.
Sure.
I take the information with the process. I basically, I'll either hand it off to Mazen or I'll keep it myself, depending on how busy we are, him and I.
Right.
Or I'll hand it off to Ramsey and say, Ramsey, we got to handle this now, whatever the situation may be, And from there, we hand them their pre-approval. They find a house. We send that whole thing, the whole file, over to Rania. Rania takes it, reviews it, does a basic overview of it. She'll send it to one of the girls. Those girls will take that file from point A, I should say point B, to point Z, to the closing table.
Okay. And what hiccups may transpire at that point? And is there any hiccups or is it before Rania?
It's so seamless.
Well, I'm saying from my end. Could there be something from my credit that put a quick hiccup and say, okay, hold on, we gotta do this? Yep.
I take care of it. So I tell people, if you're looking to buy a house, come to me 2 to 3 months in advance. I do a broad overview.
Sure.
Make sure you're all set. Tell you what not to do. Tell you what to do if you need to, and then we go from there.
Perfect.
And then that coming to you doesn't affect anyone's credit. There's no problem.
How about this? I'm the type of guy that will not hurt anybody because I do free credit repair too.
Yeah.
Okay. You do? Okay.
Yes.
I need to come see you.
Free credit repair. We do broad overview of what they have as expenses, what they don't have as expenses. We look at everything. We look at the income. If they got to tweak stuff, we let them know that they got to tweak stuff, and then we either fix and repair their credit, or they're good to go. I tell them, look, come to me in 2 months. I'll pull your credit then. I don't want to affect anybody's life today if they're not ready until 3 months.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
And then you make sure that all of everything that they have going on is in order.
100%.
Yeah.
I put it all in basically buckets. Let them know, hey, A, B, C, D, and E's done. You're finished. You don't have to do anything. Here's your pre-approval. Go find a house.
So I come in and I say, I want to buy a $300,000 house.
Yep.
You're going to look at it and you're going to say, well, you're in the 250 range, or if you want, you're in the 450.
Or your maximum is this, or your minimum is this, or your maximum is this.
Right.
And FHA or conventional.
They'll decide if I give them the options. I'm an options guy. So I love to give people options.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to do this? Because here's what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this? I give people 3-4 scenarios before I actually lock it down and say, that's it, we're done. It ain't going to, no. Here's option A, B, C, and E. Look at it,
Nice.
So what's usually the spread between the lowest and the highest?
Everybody's different, Anthony.
Right.
You can't decipher. Per loan, I've been in, 9-10 years, never had one loan be the exact same.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's never been that way.
Okay.
Yep. That makes
fair.
sense, individual by individual, case by case. But it's a good thing that you're saying, and so the viewers know 2 months in advance that, this gentleman can give you a for real foresight of what you are going to spend and what to expect. And I get it, because when you get to that table, you don't want to say, oh, well, this was damaging to your credit and so forth, and we're not going to be able to proceed. So it's like it's kind of a waste on your time and the buyer's time, right?
And we don't want to spend any money, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to make the buyer go run around and fix his credit if his credit is not fixable.
Yeah.
I'm telling him, look, you need to go to like a real credit company, credit repair company.
Yeah.
You need to do all these things first, and then come back to me with these things done.
Good for you.
If I can do them quickly, I can do them in-house. I can tell them what to do. I've taken people with no credit AT and got them into a house.
Wow.
Which is the funniest thing in the world, right? So that's what differentiates me from other companies. I put everything in perspective for people. I help them make sure that all their stuff is in line. I make sure that the service is there. My interest rates are amazing. We're very translucent. We make sure everybody knows what's going on.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
What they're paying, what they're not paying, what's going to what. Everything is very informative. We give everybody all the information they need.
That's big. There's no blind hits, coming in to see you.
Not in my office, ever.
That's big.
And I help people. I mean, I really help people to a point where the other day there was a lady, she couldn't even afford like an inspection, but she's like Social Security or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I vouched to pay for her inspection because they're older, like, my mom and dad, your mom and dad, and like, I know, they're living, basically they're running on Social Security income. Sure. They're trying to buy a little home for themselves. They're older. She's like, I only have this amount of money for a mortgage, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shout out a guy, Mark Jarbo. He's a home inspector guy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I called him. I said, listen, I need a favor from me. Can you do this? I'm going to be the one that's taking care of it.
Right.
And he's like, no. He's like, if it means that much to you, I'm going to take care of it.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, there's a lot of beautiful people out there that are willing to give and take, which is, dude, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Who's Mark Shamoon? Like who's
Mark Shamoon he's like a home inspector.
Like who's
he does
people?
home inspections.
Like who's his mom and dad and all that?
I don't know. I don't know them.
You don't know him.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, but he's a great dude, man.
Cool.
Well, it's good for you though. Just
Everyone look up Mark Shamoon. Give us some business.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah.
You just the experience, like when you went down onto your knees, you understood what it was to be in that position.
There's the difference.
And I get it. Trust me. Yeah, I do know.
It's nice to help people, man.
Fuck yeah,
I do.
for sure.
It doesn't take away from you.
No.
You know?
No. It's free. A lot of times it's free. You know what I'm saying?
It's so humbling to help.
Yeah.
I'm going to her closing at 12 o'clock today.
Beautiful.
So as we're trying to wrap up, is there anything that we didn't forget, that we forgot to mention, or anything else?
Well, I mean, anybody who's watching, like I said, if you want trust and honesty, transparency, Ramsey and I have really put something special together. And anybody who's out there that really wants to come on board with me as far as loan officers, that want to really grow in the business and really want to take their business to another level, we have done that astronomically for people.
Realtors, look them up too if you
want. I would love to work with anybody that, if you have a deal that's going south and I help those deals.
Yeah.
There's
probably situations out there for realtors that take their hard work to the finish line, and then something happens
somebody can't do it.
Somebody can't do it. Yeah,
I do a lot of that too.
Right. So that's why
I help people save a lot of their deals and whatnot.
Good for you.
Right.
Man. Good for you.
So as we wrap up, we'd like to ask each of our guests what it means to them to be Chaldean.
What it means to be Chaldean, first comes to thought Christ.
Yep.
Blessings that we have in our community.
Yep.
Yeah.
The traditions that we try and carry and uphold as long as we can, keep them. I mean, our youth is growing and, life is going and it is what it is, but it's humbling to have the traditions, the love that we all have for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, if I see a fellow Chaldean down, I want to lift them up.
Yeah.
I want to pull them from the trenches. I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Yep. And the thing is, it didn't kind of happen for me that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There wasn't somebody to pull me from the trenches.
Yeah.
I really had to climb up out of a ladder, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I made my own ladder.
Well, you actually did have help, and you mentioned the first thing that came out of your mouth was Christ.
So
that's you.
100% faith.
You did have
faith.
help.
I'm huge on faith.
Yep.
I'm huge on that.
Help.
Faith gets you far.
And that's what it means for me to be Chaldean is my faith, man. Big time.
Yep.
And to traditions and everything else that we have that, and a lot of people have all kinds of great things. Different traditions, different things that they do, but as being Chaldean, it's like it's humbling to have the dolmas of the world and the pachas of the world, so
beautiful thing.
Yep, and that's a big thing. So
but thanks for having me, man. I
thanks
really
for coming
appreciate
out,
it.
We appreciate it.
I think the world of you guys. I think you guys are doing something really great for the community.
Thanks. You as well.
And people should really follow this, man, because in time this is going to come back and people will look back on this and say, man, those that was really great. You
Yeah,
know, that was
that-
something really awesome that these guys
Yeah,
did.
hopefully we can just keep it going.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
Anything you guys need from me,
Thank you.
you guys can
Appreciate that.
always reach
Appreciate
out to me
Much
anytime.
more success with success.
Yep.
You guys too,
Yep.
same thing,
Thanks,
man.
brother.
Appreciate you
Before
guys.
signing off, I just want to give a shout out. Also, it was a great interview with you. But Anthony, also, there's a possibility if you have homeowners that need anything in their homes, garages, or anything like that. BCS Coatings is part of their company. It does
Okay.
epoxy floors. So I
Yeah.
just want to give a shout out to my own brother. You know what I'm saying? Because
Thank you. Thank
if
you.
you
For sure.
if you know people that can use them in your own industry, so.
Yep.
But it was awesome having you on. We wish you the best of success from Anthony and I. So we
Thank
look
you.
forward.
Thank you.
brother.
One thing
Thanks.
before I leave,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
anybody who wants to refinance, rates are low.
There you go.
Call me because it's the time to do it.
Beautiful.
You guys will save a ton of money. And there isn't the word I can't.
Yep.
I will always. So,
Yeah, man.
you know, never give up, never give in, man.
My man.
Cool.
Thanks,
Check out-
guys.
Check
Thank
out
you.
Mark.
Appreciate
He'll be able
you.
to take care of
Yeah.
you. Credit repair as well too, and he's hiring. Check him out, and we'll post everything up for him on his video. It was awesome. We're signing off. Keeping up with the Chaldeans. Anthony, Mark Jr. See ya.
Thanks, guys.
Dun, 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 dun.